But anyway, speaking of Drake, let's move on. Let's talk about Drake. All right. So Drake has been getting a lot of flack per usual about being a culture vulture. That's coming up again. And the most flack he's getting right now is for appearing in an interview outside of hip hop media with that girl Bobby, what is her name, y'all? Bobby what? Bobby Althoff? Ain't that her name? Althoff? You know, uh, so he's been buzzing in the internet streets about that. And a lot of people in the traditional hip-hop media and everybody was just like, why is he going on that platform? He's not really for the culture, this, that, and the third. Well, guess what, y'all? I'm gonna say this may be a different take that some of you may agree with, some of you may not agree with, but I'm on Drake's side partially with this one. Okay, why doesn't Drake do why doesn't Drake do interviews with hip hop media or traditional hip hop media? For one, because he don't have to. For one, he does not have to. It's his choice where he wants to be interviewed, how he wants to be interviewed. Okay. Drake, Kendrick, different people like that are elite rappers, elite artists, global artists. So with that being said, they're not going to be on your average platform that you would see everybody else on. They're very strategic on where they want to go and what makes sense to them. Now, unfortunately, Drake likes to be with people outside of the hip hop culture. I'm not vouching for it, but I can't be mad at him for being interviewed by whoever the hell he wants to be interviewed. Drake has been in the game for 15 years. I think he has the right to choose who he wants to be interviewed by and who he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? He's put in work for that long. So let that man do what he does. Do I agree with it? Nah, but I'm not mad at it. It has to make sense for him. All right. The second thing is we label Drake a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? We say that he's from Canada, he's Jewish, whatever the case may be, and he's not of the hip hop culture. He's a hip hop fan, but used hip hop to get where he's at, whatever the case may be. So why are you tripping if Drake appears on a platform that's outside of hip hop media? You know what I'm saying? Like Drake, he has to move a certain way if he wants to keep his image, protect his image, everything like that, right? We know if he gets on these traditional hip hop outlets, it will benefit him and them, you know what I'm saying? Because it could change somebody's life, you know what I'm saying? Like if he did an interview with me, academics, or somebody in the traditional hip hop media, as far as like Breakfast Club and everything like that, views would shoot through the roof, and it'll be great for the culture. You know what I'm saying? If he sat down with Elliot, but he's done that. He sat down with Elliot Wilson before. He's on the up and coming verge of his career. He was at traditional hip hop media outlets, but it's been 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So if we label him as a culture vulture, say he's not like us, how do you expect him to go on these platforms that are of the culture? So that's contradicting yourself. So I'm not mad at him for that. All right. The next thing is Drake is strategic and knows how to create controversy. Okay. Picture this. If he goes on Breakfast Club, if he goes back to Elliot Wilson, if he goes to $1 million worth of game, will it be dope episodes? Will it get views? Yeah. But how will he get more views? By causing controversy. The fact that traditional hip hop media is tripping about him going on somebody's platform that is white, that's somebody that's outside of hip hop, that somebody is not a part of the traditional hip hop media, that infuriates people. That angers people and gets them talking about it. And guess what they do? They take the clips, say how corny he is, and retweet it, make memes and all this other stuff. And what does that do? Build more traction for Drake. He can go on there sounding like a white boy, laying in the bed with this white girl, and it's all weird, but controversy creates cash. He's probably thinking, like, why would I go to Breakfast Club where I could get this viewership? But if I piss off people, I could go to this white girl's network that has nothing to do with hip hop, and more people will probably be tuned in just to see how corny they perceive me to be. Just how corny of a goofball they want me to see me to be. You know what I'm saying? And then, he's mad at, Foundation of Black Americans, I feel like right now, and hip hop culture anyway, because we already say he's not like us, deemed Kendrick Lamar the winner. So it's like F y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that is, a big reason why. Like, why not piss everybody off? and I know it's going to get more viewership. Controversy creates cash. Um, Now, one thing I will say is that I didn't like him bringing up the whole culture vulture thing. It's like, how are you going to talk about being a culture vulture or labeled a culture vulture without someone outside the culture? Because she ain't of the culture. So why are you talking to her about being a culture vulture? She can't understand that. So I didn't like that. That was a bad look. And I didn't watch the interview, to be honest, because I wasn't gonna waste my time. I can't take Drake serious, to be honest. I'd rather listen to his music than listen to him talk, because he takes me out of the element of the rapper or the artist that I like from him. But I can't just sit and listen to him because it takes me out of the element. I'm like, okay, this dude corny. He don't sound like he's even a rapper. He sound like somebody that should be selling insurance or something like that. So, but yeah, the last thing is he's like, F y'all. Like, I don't need to go on no hip hop outlet. Y'all told me I'm not like y'all, so why would I need to do it? This is his F you to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Also, he could have stake in this girl's career. His label could be tied to it. The higher ups could be making him do it. We never know the case, but you have to move a certain way, and I understand it. So I'm not mad about him doing media outside of the traditional hip hop media. I understand it. Not saying I agree with it, but I can understand why he does it. So that's my take on why Drake may, be doing that. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Do you agree with it? Do you not? Do you think Drake is a culture vulture? Do you think he's whack for doing what he did? But it is what it is. All right.